Peace, it's Brother John, Mr. G on the Hard Truth Show. And I got a special guest. You guys are used to him, you know him already. It's the triple OG, Mr. Jimmy Lavender. Peace.
My hellos to everyone. Wishing everyone well.
Peace. So let's jump right into it. How's everything going, Jimmy? How you been?
I've been okay considering.
Okay. We got the considering part in there. I've been on a hiatus myself and off this YouTube thing, but it's back in grind mode. It's time to get back to action. And some viewers got questions for you, and I got the questions for you. You with it?
Okay. Talk to me. I'll talk back.
All right, there we go. Bishops. We're gonna start off with bishops. That's where people know you from. Watts, California, co-founder of the Bishops in 1972, if I'm correct. Is that correct?
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. All right. We also here, because I'm a little bit of a historian when it comes to this. We have some bishops out of Chicago that predate the bishops from Watts, and we also have a crew called the Bishops from Brooklyn, New York. That goes back to the '60s as well. Any affiliation or any knowledge of those bishops?
There's absolutely no affiliation. Uh, Very little knowledge. Once we gave our name Bishop, then we learned that there were bishops or had been bishops years ago or whatever on
Mhm.
the East Coast. I believe it was in New York, but we know nothing about them. I think they were Italian or something, but we never met them.
Okay, okay. And coming from the culture of gangbanging, because that's the mecca of what people consider gangbanging. Coming up in the time, you guys were more of freedom fighters, and I think some people misinterpret what you guys stood for, and I would like the audience to get a view of that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. We always call ourselves free fighters, but when so much fighting starts to happen and you have such a big group, whenever you have a group over three or so, that's considered the Bishop gang and erase freedom fighters. And our guys jumped on it. They start putting Bishop gang on the walls and stuff like that. But Bishop started off as, in the meetings, we called ourselves freedom fighters because we wanted the freedom of our entire neighborhood to be able to go to park and recreation, be able to go to the schools without being harassed. And anybody who hurt anybody from our neighborhood, they had to come through the bishops. And that was us.
Okay, and at the time, if I recollect, hello.
Repeat that. I lost you for a second.
Sure, no problem. I'm saying during those days and times, Crips who were the oppressors of these neighborhoods,
No
mistaken,
doubt.
and all of the stories that you shared, you grew up with most of these dudes. So prior to being gangbangers, you guys were friends. You guys played together. You guys visited each other's households, ate dinners, did sports. Correct?
Our friendship predates all that. That all started in 1969. I was 14 years old. I had played Pop Warner football or guys, Little League baseball at the park, went to junior high school with them, went to elementary school with them. So we had personal friendships with the leaders and the founders of these Crips, but we just wasn't with what they were doing. And that's what separated us and made the difference. Other than that, we know each other's mothers, sisters. We were friends, not agreeing with friends.
Mm. And from what I gathered, the Lavenders went where they pleased to go. It was no neighborhood that you wouldn't visit or that you wouldn't go into, including rivals' territories, even at funerals. Which is a big thing because I know it was brought up before how this brother is you know, and funerals, and there's the ops right there, the straight gangsters in the same funeral, and you went to go visit to pay your respects.
Gonna go, gonna go.
Hmm.
Uh, Many of us, not just Lavenders, many of us went where we wanted to go. Um, I was friends with these guys. A lot of these Crip gang leaders were my cousins. Some of these guys ran around with my cousins. And remember, we predates the gangs. So therefore, I knew them personally from my aunt's house, my cousin's house. So when I went to a funeral, I often knew all the guys. I knew all the shot callers, the whole 9 yards. There's always somebody that will look at you crazy, but I believe in respect. You see me at a Crip funeral, that person was personal to me. That's either my little brother, that's one of my cousins. I never went to a funeral to disrespect the so-called other side. Uh, those guys, like I say, I see a lot of those guys at my aunt's house, my uncle's house. We had close friendships, and when I'm die, I'm on my way. I'm going to pay my respects. And I think everybody out there should pay respect. When you see somebody from the other side at a funeral, they're there for a reason because of their personal relationship with the person that's deceased. Give them that respect and give them that pass, please.
Mm, that's deep because we're in a day and time where respect is a minimum. You know that.
Ooh, ooh. Whole different day, brother.
Yeah.
Whole different day. But I still go.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I'm 70 years old, and they may still look at me crazy, but nobody ever says anything to me about me showing up. Only one time a situation aroused, but that didn't go nowhere.
Okay. Now that you mentioned the age and you mentioned, nowadays. Nowadays, what's the mission for Mr. Jimmy Lavender?
What is the mission?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you started off, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jimmy. I didn't mean to cut you off.
my mission is always to uplift people, brother. Always to uplift people. I don't care what side of town you live on. I don't care if you black, blue, orange, green, gold, whatever. Um, if you're a good person, I work with you, man. I bounce with you. But my mission is to bring love to rebuild people, man. That's my that's what I'm all about.
Okay. And I know you was hinting some time ago on social media about preparing for the days to come. As far as agriculture, farming, businesses, being able to have organized events where there are pantries and food, available for the people.
Yes, sir. Feed the people, man. I've been telling people for about a year now, and especially when the orange guy got in office, to start stocking up on your food, start preparing for the worst. Um, Non-perishable food. Right now, we see 3 ears of corn for $7. That's ridiculous. And I've been telling people, stock up, stock up, and guess what? It's just the beginning. You guys out there,
Mm.
stock up, man. Stock up. If you're the leader of your community, get with other people in the community and buy big freights of rice and beans, and prepare to maybe have a mission or something like that. I would love to see people do maybe once a week or even once a day. You can come by a food line and get a free meal. Because what's going to happen is if you don't have enough to eat and you have a household, um, then you're going to try to get food any way you can. And to those out there that's doing anything that's going to get you incarcerated, man, look ahead. This is not the time, man, to be leaving your family. And like I just
Mm.
said, if these people don't have any food to eat, they come up in your house. And where are you? In jail. When I get
Powerful
out, I'm
message.
gonna get them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I get out, I'm gonna get them. What you doing in there? You see what's happening out here. You need to be out here for your family, man. I don't care who you are. I understand some of you have hustles out there that can get you locked up. This is how you pay your bills. And find another hustle. I don't know what to tell you to invest your money in because the dollar is falling. I don't know what to tell you to do, but I need to tell
Yeah.
you that you need to stop doing what you're doing if they're going to get you off these streets. Because you need to be out here for your family and for your friends. And don't rely on your friends to take care of your family because they got their own they have to look out for. Yeah, I don't care who you are, and I don't care what your hustle is. If you selling some stuff that's actually harming the people, and you haven't made enough money by now, then maybe you need to get another hustle.
And that's
But
the hard truth. That's the
that's
hard
the
truth
hard
right
truth.
there, Jimmy. There you go. I got something else, man. Another hard truth, man. Of some rumors we heard about a 70-year-old man um giving people who are incarcerated, although you're against the incarceration message, that said you put them on and gave them permission to do their own thing. I just wanted to clear that up on the air.
That I gave him permission.
Yeah, they said it was you. From what I heard from a correctional facility down to the streets, that Mr. Jimmy Lavender, a 70-year-old man who said he left the streets a long time ago, gave people permission to do their own thing. And I want it out of the horse's mouth. Is that true, brother? And I know you, so I already know the answer, but you know what I'm saying? For those who might not know and may hear this kind of rumor, moving on in the future, we just want to clear the air on the Hard Truth Show, man.
They told a lie on Jimmy Lavender. Another lie. I've heard so many times that I have given people a green light to do this. People I never met, don't know anything about the back east prisons or anything like that. Don't know this person who said that. I heard that rumor. Heard a lot of rumors. But that's not what I do. If it ain't positive, it ain't Jimmy Lavender, brother.
There you go. There you go. You heard it first from the brother, Jimmy Lavender himself.
Yeah.
So if people are
Hey,
out
brother
there,
John,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
I'm
sorry
listening.
to cut you off, but when years from now, when you talk about the hard truth, they're
Yeah.
gonna say Brother John was 7 feet 1, 320 pounds. He grew up in Watts and then moved to Los Angeles, and somebody gonna bite and believe that.
Yeah.
You
You're
know
right.
why? Because they don't seek truth for themselves.
Absolutely.
So people need to. If there's information out there, ask questions, seek for yourself, and then you will find out a whole lot, a whole lot that people
Yeah.
say are just not true.
Yeah. You know, and even with all of that, since I've known, you've been speaking positivity, you've been against gang violence, you've been against the oppression of a people, you've been against watching people starve. You're basically embracing the epitome of a freedom fighter. It's like you never left that. Although there was times where we all stray, but you got right back on course and continue. You know what you guys set out to do, unwavering.
Exactly. Now, I'll say this. I grew up Bishop. I'm a co-founder of Bishop, and my heart will always be Bishop. It's
Yeah,
something you can leave. You can leave that lifestyle, but in your heart, you will always be part of that, and you will always love the Bishop family. I love the Bishop family, and I would love to see them go in a different direction. Those who are out there uh, doing things that would hurt themselves, their families, or somebody else's family. I don't want to see that anymore. I'd like to see them all go in a positive direction, build together, create together, look out for one another, like we said earlier. That's what I would like to see the direction of the bishops, the Crips, the Brims, and everybody else go. Everybody coming together, working together, because all you got to do is pay attention.
mm,
Pay attention to what's going on today. We cannot afford to continue to be savages or acting like savages because we are not savages. But we have to uh, get away from that life, look out for one another, help one another, share with one another. And if we all work together, then I think we could be all right. As you can see, what's in the office now is against us. Black history, the health programs, and all the things they want to take away. And knowing that they want to do all this to us, how in the hell are we still hurting one another? I want somebody to explain that to me, Brother Ja.
Yeah, you're right. It's hard to explain because that takes a savage mindset to even participate in those activities after knowing all that we know.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
it takes the generation before us to tell us, hey, yo, listen, man, that was wrong. You know, we tasted the sauce and we got open and realized it wasn't right. So we made some
Right,
changes, you know,
right.
and we created some positions and some organizations for people to get involved in so we could better our people. But it's hard to lead people in the right direction, man. It's easier to get them into, some nonsense. One thing I realized is when you was introducing Trump to the nation, you know, people were buying, especially those who had a sincere heart. But there was others that was more focused on trying to get with Jimmy Lavender to figure out, how they could open their own hood or, figure out how to bang a different way or, how we could go with a original way. A whole bunch of, stuff that you and I both know was was a little bizarre, but it was just the mindset of the people when you're trying to shift them in a different direction. You know, it's like they gravitate more towards the negativity.
Well, and that was true. To me, it was what it was. When they contact me, it was all about, hey, we love you, we love you, we love you. Um, but when they saw me pushing in a positive direction, it's like, we don't love you no more. They wanted that life of destruction. They wanted me to give them a green light to start their own bishop set. And even with the Nine Deuce bishop, a lot of them knew the history of Nine Deuce. The Nine Deuce Master Blasters is what I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
original nine, the original nine Master Blasters. People wanted to name their set that, and I always said I never want to see a Nine Deuce Master Blaster again, um, especially with today's technology and the arson of weapons that they have out there now. I would never want to see the Nine Deuce Master Blasters again out there with those kind of weapons. I mean, you talking about destruction. We don't need that, man. So, if I can ask of anything from anybody, I would say to you guys, take care of your families, man. And why are you guys calling me and you got a wife and children at home and telling me you want to put a jacket on your back by being a leader of a gang? The other
Hmm.
gang wants to kill you. You can't go to the store, movie theater. You got your children with you. You're putting all of them in jeopardy. The police forever bothering you. Why would you want that, man? Now, I've been there. I've been in drive-in theaters, had to sit with a pistol in my pocket.
Yeah.
Not from somebody I know, but from somebody I didn't know may recognize me because back in those days, to kill a Lavender brother was a trophy. They don't have to know you. But
Hmm.
I shot or I killed Bobby or Jimmy Lavender, they want their name big. Even if they got to go to prison for 10, 15 years. That's the man that killed Jimmy Lavender. Did
Yeah.
you know Jimmy? No. What kind of guy he was? I don't know. And so when you put yourself in a position of leadership, then you put yourself in that type of situation that somebody out there want to get a strike by taking your life. And if I'm with my family, in my days, I would get a pass because in our days, if you with your child or with your woman, that was an automatic pass by 90% of the people. Today in LA, your whole family gone, man. They ain't saving no witnesses. You don't want that for your family, man. You don't want that.
Yeah, well, you done dropped a heavy jewel on them. I know we kind of pressed for time today, and we're gonna continue this on our next segment, and follow up with some more questions that I know the audience is gonna have after viewing this.
Come on with
So
it. I'm here to answer their questions. Maybe to clear up some stuff and give whatever opinion I can give that might help somebody. If I can help somebody, I got you.
most definitely, always appreciate it, my brother. And I'll see you later. Be kind, travel in harmony, Jimmy.
Okay, and trust no shadow after dark.
That's right. Peace.
Peace.
This is an infinite energy production. Yo, what's up, lads? What up, son? Yo, man, this shit done switched up, man. They let a lot of frauds and lames up in here, man. Time to bring this back. I see the envy up in their eyes. Characters talking them lies. Mannequins flossing that drip. Even kids talking they shit. Got gangsters snitching on tracks. In my book, they still call rats. You say the block you deal and the plug you deal with the shootouts up in that trap. It's a fact caught in a trap. I'm a warrior built to adapt. I had jewels way before rap. I had crews way before the 5 or 6. Use 9 for mine, so don't get out of line. Get put in lines, I call that at a time. I'm about mine, came to handle biz. Ain't no stopping that, I came to school. These lames is a crucial game. So I'm bringing pain, setting trends with some veterans. I'm a B-boy who respect the art. This is hip-hop, no gimmicks here. Even in careers if I have to. I'm an MC, this is natural. Don't make me body snatching, shorty grab. Put you on the plate for that actual.
Sharp.